Now, I've never done a story time before, so I guess this is going to be my first. There's going to be some drama here, some suspense, there's going to be some motivation, inspirational, there's going to be some funny bits in the story. If you want to hear all of that, continue watching, strap yourselves in, put your seatbelts on, put your 3D glasses on, because we're going to go for a ride, baby. We're going to talk about some stuff, so check out the video. What is up, my people? I thank you for watching this video. This is Tonte here, Talk with Tonte, and this is probably the first story time I did. To be honest, in this video here, right, I just wanted to just kind of give a insight into kind of myself and as to like kind of how I got here. You know, for people that know me, people that don't know me, I've done stand-up comedy before, and I kind of do it now, kind of. It'd be good to just tell a story as to kind of how I got here, and a lot of the story brings me into like how I started YouTube and why I started YouTube and all of that. So I think it would be a cool story, like insight into like comedy or just general, like get some ideas and motivation, inspiration into doing their own projects and doing their own stuff and getting themselves out there. Do you know what I mean? In this story, I'm going to talk about my time doing stand-up comedy. So it all started uni, right? I went uni 2010 to 2013, graduated 2013. During my first year of uni, I didn't do nothing. I went lectures, I did coursework, I went home, I played Xbox. That's all I did for about a damn year. I just did my course, you know what I mean? I didn't really get involved with freshers or nothing like that. I just did my thing and, you know, that was it. You know, I just did that. When it got to second year, I was looking at where I was and I was feeling like, and then I was talking to my mate, he was telling me about everything he was doing with his own platforms and all of that. And, you know, I always knew that I liked talking and speaking and all of that. So I always knew that from secondary school. So I thought, you know, it would be good to have a platform to talk and do all that stuff in it. So second year, there was a radio station for the University of Westminster Smoke Radio. So I joined. And I said, yo, I must do a radio show and, you know, it'd be a good opportunity to speak, get myself out there and all of that, you know what I mean? So I auditioned, I had a little demo tape or whatever, and I got a slot and I had a show and it was a comedy talk show. The show was, I think it was called the Not By Force show. So I always just tell people, yo, it's not by force, it's not by force. So my show was called the Not By Force show. It was like a comedy format, you know what I mean? I was just me talking about things in entertainment, society, life, dating, relationships. So everything I'm talking about on this channel is what I actually talked about. So I was doing that for a whole year. Third year, I got my co-host. So me and my mate was going back and forth and talking about the stuff there. But we're going to go back to the second year. I'm in the mood of doing a show every week. I had a show every week and I prepared it. My mate told me, you start filming your stuff, filming your segments. At the time, I wasn't into no camera stuff, filming stuff, nothing. But I said, you know what? Why not? You know. So I filmed my segments. So that's the first thing that got me into camera work, video editing, and who knew that would have been the foundations to what I'm doing right now? Do you know what I mean? So that's mad. Then it's Christmas break now. The radio station is off for the Christmas break. But I was so into radio, I was like, man, I need another outlet to speak, man. I just need to get some stuff off my chest, do you know what I mean? And that was the Christmas I watched Kevin Hart. I watched Kevin Hart do stand-up comedy. I bought a DVD for Christmas, so I was watching him, and I was just like, I was gassed, man. Kevin Hart is hilarious to me, man. Like, I just wanted to do what he did, man. I always grew up watching stand-up comedy, innit? Def Jam, innit? Not like UK stuff, like American stuff. Dave Chappelle, Chris Tucker, Chris Rock, you know, and then Kevin Hart. So it got to that point and I needed an outlet to speak and do that stuff. For comedy, stand-up comedy, I need to do it, man. I need an outlet. I'm gonna do stand-up comedy. January 2012, I signed up for all the open mics I could in London. So it was just mad places. I just started signing up open mic nights. One night came up, beginning of the year, beginning of 2012, did it. Brought my mates down. You know, got everyone there. It's on YouTube actually. I think you can actually watch it at some point. It's somewhere on YouTube, you can actually watch it. And I did the set and I was doing Kevin Hart. Do you know what I mean? I was doing Kevin Hart because I didn't have a voice of my own and I didn't know about my own voice. So I just did Kevin Hart. So I just did all that kind of, had all his mannerisms and all of that. And it did really well, man. Like it banged. To me, it banged. It was a bit rocky, but it banged. But from there, I just kept doing it. Kept doing it. All through second year, I was doing stand-up. Third year, obviously because I had my course, dissertations and that, I took a break. But, I was always like kind of into that field. That summer, I was just banging stand-up comedy. Me and my mates was doing tours, man. We went North London, South London, East London. We was all over. You know what I mean? We did all of that. When I graduated, I didn't know what I wanted to do. So, but luckily there was a BBC competition for BBC New Comedians. So any comedian that had been doing stand-up under 2 years could join the competition. So at that time, I just graduated. I'm gassed now. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm winning this competition. I have a career in comedy, innit? Because I didn't want to do my course. I didn't want to do like what I graduated in, which is property. I'm in property now, but that's the whole point of the story. So I did that. The New Comedians. I did the competition. I made it past the first heat. Bombed, man. I had the performance that was gonna take me into the next round. And I bombed it, man, and it killed me, man, because it was good material, but I don't know if it was the occasion that got me, but my material was good, but it just didn't come out. I wanted it to come out, and I didn't make it to the next round, and I was crushed, man. Like, understand, I was like, shit, I don't want to do another comedy set again. It was that bad, and I did not touch comedy for 2 years after that, so I wanted to focus on my career. My career, whatever that is. So I did not touch comedy while I focused on my career. Well, my career actually did really well. I started getting into property. Here we are in a job now. I'm in a career, a 9-to-5 stable job 2 years later. Before that, I was doing self-employed stuff and all of that. I'm in a career work. And then I went back into stand-up comedy. That was cool, man. I dabbled back in it. I didn't touch it again for probably another year. I did stand-up comedy at my work summer party, which was cool, but kind of mad because I did stand-up for the first time in damn near a year, and it was all my colleagues of 150 people. Like it was mad. Like if I didn't do well, I would have had to quit. I would have had to serve my notice. I put it aside again. Was just dabbling in stand-up. Didn't really want to do anything with it really. Until this year. People kept telling me, people kept seeing the videos and was like, man, you should get back into stand-up, get back into stand-up. And I heard it so many times. I said, by the end of the year, I'm gonna get back into stand-up. Well, here we are, 2017, I got back into stand-up. And I did comedy at the open mic night up the creek, a very popular comedy club in Greenwich. And I did stand-up there. That's where we are, stand-up. That's my story. That's my story of doing stand-up. But within it, there's a lot of aspects of stand-up. I bombed a few times, man. I'm not gonna lie. Anyone that wants to do anything creative or anything that in regards to talent, yeah, you gotta know you might bomb. When you're performing in front of people, you might bomb. It might not be great. Even though I consider myself good in front of crowds, I'm a funny person. Sometimes the crowd ain't gonna rock with you like that. And you gotta accept that. Sometimes you're gonna have nights, it's gonna be You gotta accept that. But the most important thing is that you always have to keep going. You always gotta keep performing, keep honing your craft. I learned so early on, man, you just gotta keep going and keep honing your craft and keep doing your thing and keep plugging. Do you know what I mean? You gotta keep doing it. But I was in crowds that were dead, where the guy before me was doing all kinds of crazy jokes and rape jokes and bad sexual jokes and jokes about jerking off and jokes about, you know what I mean? And then now I come on doing my regular stuff. The crowd was like, nah. Nah, I don't want to hear it. I want to go home. The crowd is like, I want to go home. I can hear people breathing in the crowd, bro. And I'm doing my best material. I'm rocking, bro. But they don't care. It was a crazy experience doing stand-up, man. It's one of the things that I don't know if I want to do it properly, maybe full time, because there's so much in it, man. You gotta proper write material, and you gotta perform it in front of crowds, and British crowds are kind of mad, British crowds are, people that I always feel like I gotta go to America, because my style is more on that American style, it's more story based. and in Britain it's more like self-deprecating humor, and you got to talk about, do jokes about being black, and they want that kind of stuff there, and it's like, I don't want to talk about that kind of stuff. I want to talk about universal stuff. So the crowds are different, and but personally I don't want to be doing all that touring and all of that. I think my lane is probably best suited in front of the camera, man, talking about things here, like talking about topics here where I can be funny, but I'm under no pressure to be funny. Like here, I've probably told no jokes. I've never told jokes in my videos. The intention is never to tell jokes. Like I just talk in it, and if it's funny, it's funny. And I think that's probably best for what I'm trying to do, because it's about conveying the message in it. So I be talking real stuff sometimes. Not sometimes, a lot of times. That's it really, man. So, you know what I mean? Like, regardless of me doing stand-up, I'll probably do it. I'll dabble here and there. Obviously, if anyone wants me to come do stand-up comedy at their event, of course, I will gladly do stand-up comedy. I'll gladly talk my shit, you know what I mean? But overall, I've been doing this for probably like from 2011. I had my radio show in 2011, and I was honing my craft ever since then. People that tell me that, oh, in my videos, oh man, you talk really well like in your videos. That's because I was talking for 6 years. From 2011 to 2017, I've been talking. Whether it's comedy, radio, something like that. I've been doing all kinds of things to talk and do all of that. So that's how I'm very comfortable in front of a camera. So I'm very comfortable communicating certain topics. And this is what I'm saying. Overall, you got to hone your craft. Anyone that's doing if you're doing poetry, if you're doing acting, if you're doing stand-up, if you're doing singing, if you're making videos even, the most important thing is you got to hone your craft. You got to keep doing it, keep looking at what you can improve, keep looking at what you can develop, keep looking at that kind of stuff there, man, and always like keep going and keep trying to progress and keep looking for opportunities. Like I said, I was going to look for opportunity, I'm going to do stand-up. And I did stand-up. I understood from early that you got to take opportunities when they come, man. Like, you got to take any opportunity to get yourself out there, to let your talent be known, to put yourself out there like that. I'm not even going to try to go too inspirational, but we're just talking real stuff here. Do you know what I mean? Whatever you're going to do, man, hone your craft, look for opportunities, and don't wait for people to, you know what I mean? Nobody told me go and do stand-up, but I said, let me go and do stand-up because I wanted to do it. And I needed an outlet. I needed to put myself out there. So don't be waiting for people to give you opportunities, mate. You just go out there and do stuff. Do you know what I mean? Go out there and do stuff. If that's anything you're gonna learn from this video, is go out and do stuff, man. That's how I'm always gonna be I'm always gonna be doing something. There's always gonna be an opportunity for me because I'm gonna create it. I created opportunity with the radio. I created opportunity with the stand-up. Now I'm creating opportunities with the YouTube. So that's a little insight into, you know what I mean, like, into what I've been doing, and that gives you a bit of insight into how I got here. The foundations were always laid from back then, doing a regular radio show, just wanting to just do it. Do you know what I mean? Overall, man, that's the story. If you got something from it, fantastic. If you didn't, I hope you just like listening to me talking, innit? So, but that's it anyway, man. I thank you for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts anyway. That's what I want to talk about. I thank you for watching this video. This is Tonte, Talk with Tonte. Follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, Talk with Tonte, and I'm out, people. Enjoy your day, enjoy your life. Splash.